Hey, you're listening to Bookmark My Words. I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Sarah.
As always, if you like the episode, like, share, follow, leave a comment. If you're listening to this episode, since this is our last Summerween episode, leave a pumpkin or a ghost or a bat in the comments. Please. If not, and you're a loser, keep scrolling. Um, yeah, how was your week?
It was good. It was like crazy, but good. Work was, I don't know what work was. Work was just wild. Like nothing major or anything, but
Just
it was
work
just,
stuff.
it's one of those things where like the whole week little fires just popped up everywhere. Just little fires. And then I volunteered for Vacation Bible School. So Monday through Wednesday, I left the house at like 7:15 and I did not get home until like 45. And I know that's not long to some people, but to me,
That's a long
it's a
time.
very long time. I'm a homebody. And I was watching your brat cat
Oh, I'm so sorry.
because you were out of work. Most of the time he was fine. He was good, but then
I was on vacation, not out of work. I have a job still. I just wasn't home.
Yeah, if you were out of work, why am I watching your cat? God.
Oh.
See, it's been one of those weeks. And so, yeah, I mean, he only attacked me like twice, so it was fine.
That's when he was getting grandpa mode. He's like one of those like
He is very much a grandpa.
old racist grandpas that just sit around and just like, what are you doing here? Never mind, fix me dinner. And then when you're done fixing him dinner, he's like, get out.
Well, that's what was wrong. That one day that he got me, and he got me good. I wasn't fixing his dinner
Fast enough, yeah.
because I was told he needed to eat later because he wasn't getting his second breakfast. So
We're okay. The
we
only
were trying to
time
space him out. I understand the reasoning, but he did not understand the reasoning.
no, because he's used to, and you know, it's cat logic. He gets little Shiba individual
Yeah, they're really
servings.
tiny.
They're really tiny. He's supposed to be eating at his weight and age because he has so much health problems. He's supposed to be eating like a whole can of Friskies. Well, homie don't like Friskies, so we feed him 3 of the Shiba throughout the day. So mom feeds him one when she first wakes up at like 5 a.m.
Yep.
And then when I eat breakfast before I go to work at 8:30, he gets one. And then 9 o'clock at night is when he gets his. And then throughout the day, he's got like random dry food and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But
Which he was eating because there were holes in his bowl.
yeah,
I would come along and cover the holes.
that's when he would trigger the. We had a camera set up in the.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that's when he would trigger it. His mom was like, he's so funny. He just goes over and sits next to his dry food bowl like, they're gonna come in, right? Like, because if not, I'm gonna have to eat this.
Yeah.
I don't want to eat this.
This is not
This
my
is
choice.
Not where I want to be. And then we don't think he likes the water fountain.
I couldn't tell if he was using the new water fountain or not.
I think
I still
very
gave him
rarely.
the bathtub every time
Yeah.
I came over.
I think that's a good idea. Just because I think he's like, what is this?
Yeah.
Like unfiltered, which I don't know if bath water's filtered or not. I'm just
Probably
saying.
not.
Probably not. But yeah, me and mom went on vacation. We went to the Ark and Creation Museum up in Kentucky. Whether you're religious or not religious, it's pretty cool to go see, I think.
I would
yeah.
think so either way.
Maybe not the Creation Museum. I don't know.
Yeah.
They had a dragon
Whoa.
stuff that was coming in July.
That's cool. See, when we did it, we didn't do the Creation Museum, so
Creation
I don't know
Museum was
anything
pretty
about
cool. Both places. Get there as soon as the doors open.
that. Yeah.
I don't know if it was because a lot of them it's summer, and a lot of them are families, and they're like, let the kids sleep in. But when we got there, like 2 or 3 hours after the Creation Museum opened, because we were about 40 minutes away, it was packed. Yeah, we like had to wait in line to get inside and check and all this, and it was pretty much shoulder to shoulder people, but it was really cool. I think I'm gonna end up going and buying their book online of all the normal signs that are there all the time, so that way I can actually read it, because it was so crowded you couldn't read stuff. You kind of just was like walking through a picture book. It's fine.
You just got to fill in the blanks
Just
yourself.
read what you can, and if you can't, just keep walking. Also, if anybody sees someone in a wheelchair struggling, ask them if they need help. Like, I saw
Yeah.
so many people in wheelchairs just, like, waiting. Like, and not like in a rude way. They kind of just look like, do I ask someone Am I gonna sit here like people were in their way? Just be aware of surroundings, please.
Yeah.
Anyway, last episode of Summerween.
You know, I've really not done that much, considering.
I think that's because we've been entertaining enough with our hats.
I think so, yeah. My hair is all under my hat, by the way.
Now she shaved her head. Just don't let her lie to you. But
if I wouldn't have to deal with it after, I totally would shave my head. I feel like that would be so freeing for like a second. And then I'd be like, I want my hair!
I think I'd be like, okay, now we gotta go get some really pretty wigs.
Yeah, like.
And I'd have to switch them out. I'd be like Moira. I'd have to name them.
You would name them. You could be a wig girl.
Access.
You can't put. What were their names? Two of them couldn't go side by side because they don't like each other.
We've not watched that show.
I love Schitt's Creek.
There for a while, I would fall asleep to that show.
I did too.
There for a while, that was my comfort show.
Yeah, it's a very good comfort show.
Anyway,
back on
focusing today.
Doing great. Cheers.
So, last episode, we're doing
this just book.
Stephen King, Dreamcatcher. This is my very first Stephen King novel I ever read. I don't know. Anyway, Sarah's not gonna make it.
You really committed to it, though.
I didn't know I was doing an accent until you said something. I was in 7th grade. A friend of...
you read that in 7th grade?
I read this in 7th grade.
Jeez. Okay, I just want to point out, there was a time in your life people said you wouldn't be able to read.
I know, and I committed to it.
It's okay, children.
It took me, I do remember, this took me 5 months, and my friend who told me to read it was like, are you still reading that? Because it was her book I borrowed, and I went, yes. And she went, you take your time. And then, of course, when summer started getting closer at the end of the school year, she was like, are you almost done? Because we don't see each other in the summer. And I was like, I will finish it this weekend. And so I stayed up until like 1 a.m. and finished it. It's a lot. It is. Anywhere from 620 pages to 688 pages, depending on what version you read. So, it's because sometimes they like...
Is it like alternate endings, or is it like
no,
print?
I think it's like print.
Okay.
So, because like this one, like this isn't the copy that I read. So this one does throw me off. See, like this one is 617.
Oh.
Is where it ends. So, that gives you an idea.
So, okay, that makes sense.
But this is one of my favorite books. I didn't know this until I read the beginning part. This is also in the same like fictional town that Insomnia and It take place in. So, where I guess Maine, Derry, Maine.
Whoa! All those things took place in the same town. That poor town.
I didn't know that until I read the beginning part of this. Okay, synopsis is: once upon a time, in a haunted city of Derry, site of the classic It and Insomnia, 4 boys stood together and did a brave thing. Certainly a good thing, perhaps even a great thing. Something that changed them in ways that could never begin to understand. 25 years later, the boys are now men, with separate lives and separate troubles. But the ties endure. Each hunting season, the foursome reunite in the woods of Maine. This year, a stranger stumbles upon their camp. Disoriented, mumbling something about lights in the sky, his incoherent raving proved to be disturbingly persistent. Before long, these men will be plunged into a horrifying struggle with the creatures from another world. Their only chance of survival is locked in the shared past and in the Dreamcatcher.
So there's like a Dreamcatcher? I mean, I feel like...
The Dreamcatcher is like a person. Okay.
Not like the Indian thing?
So, this is so complex. I'm literally gonna tell you the characters beforehand. You meet the 4 characters, but then you don't meet the 5th one until a little bit later, but I'll tell you about them anyway. So, first characters you meet, because before you even get to chapter 1, you read kind of like little snippets of the individual boys in their adulthood.
Kind of like catch up to them.
Kind of like a hint on what they can do. And it is one of those, it does bounce back and forth between past and present.
Okay.
It is very multi-point of view, like a lot.
I've been reading a lot of those lately.
Yeah, I'd even say more than 7. Grade level wise, I would say probably like, I don't know, 8th grader, advanced 7th grader. It has some topics that maybe, like, it uses some language and topics that maybe not be fit for.
That you shouldn't have been reading about.
Yeah, girl, we already knew I was done at that point. But one of the first characters you meet, they call him Jonesy. His name is Gary Jones. He has the psychic abilities of a shared link with his friend. Yeah, I'll get to that in a second.
Like, when you said what they could do, I was thinking, like,
No.
this one can whittle.
No.
And this one, psychic.
Psychics and aliens. This is what this book's about.
Okay.
Just to give you a hint.
Okay, buckling up.
So, Jonesy has a shared link with the 4 other boys, a memory warehouse, and also mind prioritizing. So he has like a really complex mind and thoughts he doesn't want to like think about. He puts in like what he calls a warehouse. It's like a vault in his head. He like literally
We're not going to talk about that. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of like, they joke around, they're like, that's going to go in the vault in my head. That's kind of what he literally has. But like, I love how the movie portrays it. Because there is a movie.
This is a movie.
This is a movie.
Most of his have become movies.
Most of his has become movies. He's actually now a producer on most of them too. So they kind of literally have this dude, the actor that is portraying Jonesy, just kind of like running around in what looks like a warehouse with all these boxes. Or filing cabinets. And then he's got like an office where he keeps like the most hidden things. And that'll come into play later. He works as a history professor at a college. Really, really smart dude.
In handy.
Yeah, that really comes in handy. All of their abilities kind of come in handy for themselves. Just quick warning, this episode does have discussion of violence, death, suicidal thoughts, and alcoholism. So, just jumping into that before I forget. So yeah, Jonesy is like really, really. I liked him. He was one of my favorites. He seems really cool. He's very much like.
I want to file stuff in my head.
I know. As an adult, I do.
I kind of do, but I can't recall it.
Now, as a kid,
somewhere,
I must have some type of, I don't know, problem, I want to call it, because every time I read a book, I always pick the guy that's going to die. I'm like, I like that dude. Or in a movie. Or just anywhere. I'm just like, oh, I like that person. And then
you're a Black Widow.
Yeah. I'm like, I like this. And Beaver was my guy that I thought he was hilarious.
Beaver's gonna die.
His name is Joe. They call him Beaver. Don't know why. They never explained it. He has, of course, the shared link with the group. And he has mild telepathy. So Beaver, sadly, does not make it. But yeah, his psychic powers is he has mild telepathy with his friends. I guess like every now and then he has them with like others, but not really. He doesn't get the telepathy or any of the powers like his friends do. Probably because of kind of his personality.
Probably why he dies.
He's the quirky, funny friend in the group. He's always got these really funny sayings. And like SSDD. Same ship, different day. If you ever hear anybody say that, that's not necessarily a Stephen King thing. Next guy is Pete, who's also one of my favorites. Also did not make it.
So we know not to be Stephanie's favorite.
Stephanie doesn't have crushes on people because when she was younger and she had crushes on people in books, they died horribly. Anyway. So now I like no one. That is why I don't
Black Widow.
It's like, why don't you have any crushes? They all died.
They die.
So I just don't. But Pete Moore, his psychic ability is tracking. And it's pretty cool. He could just like see lines where things, if he's looking for something specifically, he can like see a like rippling line to whatever he's looking for. Yeah, it's pretty. I was like, okay, can we have that? I want
didn't
that.
even know that was a thing.
And then, of course, the shared link. He is a car salesman, and he struggles with alcoholism.
Oh.
And like I said, he don't make it, so it's very sad. Then the last one is Henry Devlin. His psychic power is empathy, telepathic reading, and the shared link. He is a psychiatrist. Also, sadly, he is haunted by suicidal thoughts. Probably because he's a psychiatrist and he's an empath. And then the last one, who you don't meet until much further in the book, but I'm going to go ahead and introduce you because he's such an important character. And he is Douglas, but they call him Duddits.
Duddits?
He is a strong telepath, has future insight, can energy project, and is psychic healing. He is a Down syndrome boy that's a few years younger than the rest of the group, and he was saved from some bullies when the guys were in junior high, and he was probably like, I don't know, like fourth, fifth grade. He was young.
So he's quite a bit younger.
So he's quite a bit younger, severely Down syndrome, but the boys kind of just like took him into the group, and he's kind of how they got their powers. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So, start out, the four guys, they're in the cabin, they're doing their usual annual hunting thing. It's just like any old hunting cabin. Two of them went, Pete and Henry went to go get supplies because they heard that there was supposed to be a winter storm. Beaver is out, just kind of wandering around the woods looking for some deer. And then Jonesy is kind of just hanging out at the cabin because the previous year he got hit by a car.
Oh.
So he can't get around like the deer stands and stuff like that, but he still goes. He still hangs out. So he doesn't do like the hunting so much because the cold and the moving around really hurts him. Because he hurt like his hip. It like shattered his whole hip. So he can't really.
How old are they at this point?
They're probably like late 30s, early 40s.
Okay.
So, because it's like 25 years in between when they saved Duddit, or Duds. I'm going to call him Duds because I can't say Duddit.
Yeah, it would really affect me to get hit by a car.
Yeah.
It would not be good.
Just imagine just being hit by a car. Yep, I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure it'd take me a long time to recover from that.
So, they're all doing their normal hunting thing, and you kind of see how they interact with each other. You kind of catch up with them in their troubles. Like, one's having marital problems, of course, one's having alcohol problems, the other one's got suicidal problems. So, they're all got their own little individual problems, but they don't talk about it with each other. They're just there to, like, hang out, man, fun, hunt.
Try and forget that stuff.
They're just there just to be semi-normal and happy, like old times when they were kids. Right away, things start to get really weird. Two strangers appear to each individual groups. One is a lady. She appears literally in the middle of the road as Henry and Pete are coming back from the store, and they nearly run into her. Crash. Pete's leg gets broken.
Oh no.
Henry gets
I'm sorry.
Oh no.
I was supposed to be sincere.
But so he gets injured. Henry goes up to the lady. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing just sitting here?" Like, she is nonverbal. She looks super cold. She looks like she's totally out of it. Henry's like, "I don't know what the f wrong with her. Let me go check on Pete." Pete's like, "I'm fine, but I did break my leg." So he's like, we can't get the truck started again, so he's like, someone's gonna have to go get the guys, go get another vehicle, get a snowmobile or something, come get me. And also, Miss Creepy over here is still just laying in the middle of the road. So, and that's kind of how they have, like, they're just like, hey, what's her problem? And they're like, I don't know. I went over there and she kind of just, like, fell over. Little hint, there's an alien growing inside of her. Yeah, it's terrifying. The movie is not as visual of 30 Days of Night, but it's pretty visual. I'll say that much. Like, it's a jump scare. It's a jump scare. But after that, it kind of gets not as visually scary. Just kind of like the thought is terrifying. Then the other stranger appears to Beaver as he's out in the woods. He runs across a man. He looks super lost. And he's kind of mumbling to himself about lights. And Beaver's like, oh man, he's just like super freaking cold. He's out here lost. He's got hunting gear on, so he must be like got turned around. So he brings him into the cabin. And Jonesy is like, who's this? And he's like, I don't know. He's just running around, just looking
talking out of his head.
Super lost. Like, I don't want him to get shot. Like, it's deer season. And so he's like, so I don't know. He's like, maybe we can warm him up and give him some food because he's super freaking cold. So the guy kind of comes out of it a little bit, gives him his name. His name is Rick. And he's up there with a group of people, just like they are, hunting. Their cabin's a few miles away. He got lost. That's all he remembers. So they're like, maybe you're just really cold. Blood sugar's low. Let's feed him some chili. They heat him up some soup, chili, whatever. Then he literally starts passing gas. That is so smelly. They're like, hey man, There's a bathroom over there. Why don't you go use it? Because they're like, it stinks so bad. They're like, oh. And he's like, I'm so sorry. I've never had such bad gas like this.
What'd they put in the chili?
Well, that's what he's like. I've never had chili upset me before. So he goes to the bathroom, and Beaver and Jonesy are like hanging out, and they're like, dude, is he dying? Like, they make jokes like, is he dying? He smells like he's dying. Like, what's inside of him?
He dies.
He dies. He doesn't live very long.
Chili?
No, from an alien.
Why he was wandering around outside. The lights.
Anyway, so Mystery Man Rick goes into the bathroom. They start to hear some god-awful noises that they're like, dude, are you okay? Like, if you need to go to the hospital or something, we can call so-and-so so he can get here with the vehicle and we can take you to the hospital. Because they're like, okay, this dude really does sound like he's dying in there. He does.
So, like, is there an alien in him?
Yeah. Like, yeah. Sadly, though, it comes out of the butthole. Because, you know, it's Stephen King. We can't have them ripping out of stomachs. No, we gotta exit through the
so
exit.
they don't probe you. They come out of there.
So, homie dies on the toilet.
Well, yeah, he gave birth to an alien through his bum.
Yeah, he don't make it.
So, wait, do they see the alien?
Those two do. It's like a whole very stressful scene. And that's kind of how Beaver dies. They're like, we'll just go in and just check on him because he left the door unlocked. So, gotta say, I would do the same thing. This would be Stephanie also. So they go in and they're like, oh, dude's totally like, you know how like smaller bathrooms, the bathtubs are like really close to the toilets?
Yeah.
So he's like,
just leaned?
Just kind of like fell into the bathtub.
Oh, jeez.
Massive hole in booty. And they're just like, oh my God.
I don't know why I thought it would like stretch.
Now, when it's like an alien, it's like...
Are they like big-headed aliens, too?
Well, they're like worms. Yeah. That's why I said this has to be a Summerween thing, because I can't explain this to people. So yeah, it's like, imagine like a big, long, like worm. Very ew. I was very grossed out.
They show this in the movie?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Like, the booty is just a little bit. You don't see, like, the whole booty.
Okay.
But... But you do see the alien. It's pretty creepy looking. And Beaver, he's pretty quick thinking. He just like slams down the toilet lid and sits on it. And then he's like, oh crap. I can't get up. And so Jonesy panics and he's like...
So the thing's in the toilet?
So the thing's in the toilet. Oh. And they hear it like, you know, moving around and stuff. And he's like, what is that thing? And he's like, I don't know. I didn't see it. I just like slammed the toilet lid down and just decided to sit on it.
It's gonna go in his booty.
It's got a toilet lid in between them. Like a big lid, you know.
Yeah.
Like, not the seat, the lid.
I know.
He's okay. So, he's sitting on the toilet lid. Jonesy's freaking out. He's like, what do we do? And he's like, I can't get up. Because he tries to get up at, like, one point. And, like, the lid lifts up. And he sits back down. And he's like, okay, yeah, I can't get up. So, Jonesy's like, let me go get the tape. So, they try to go get, you know, duct tape to the rescue.
We never find tape in our house.
We never find
it, so.
And that's exactly what Jonesy's like. You never find tape when you really need it. You never can find it. It's supposed to be right here because that's where I left it. And
I will see tape a million times in my life
as soon as you need it. Nope.
Yep, gone.
So he couldn't find the tape in time.
Did it bust out?
Beaver had to pick something up off the floor.
Why?
It's like a whole thing in itself. And he leaned over just enough, and the thing, like, pushed the lid, and he fell forward. And then it attacked him, and he, of course, died. So, he became alien food. So, while Jonesy's still trying to look for the freaking tape.
Oh, Jesus.
Beaver's
Did Beaver
dead.
make any noise when he got attacked?
Well,
like,
from what I understood, he, like...
So, wait, this thing is, like, free now?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay, though. Jonesy's got his own issues he's about to develop. He's got more things to worry about. So, we'll jump back. I'm going to do what the book kind of does.
Okay.
We're going to jump point of views. We're going to jump to Pete, who's sitting there with the other stranger.
The woman.
The woman.
The weird woman.
Who's also not... Yeah. She's not doing well.
Is she passing gas now, too?
Yes.
Oh.
And he's like, you smell like death. And he's like, what's wrong with you? You stink.
This is the wildest symptom before an alien comes. Now every time my kids have really weird gas, we'll be like, it's an alien!
Yeah! But yeah, so she's over there, passing gas, being stinky, and he's like, "Girl, you stink." He had finally had been able to, because it's of course winter. He was able to start a fire, and he's like just trying to sit warm by the fire where this woman's like passing gas, about to just implode with an alien. And she finally just kind of like lays over, and he's like, "Okay, cool, whatever." He doesn't see, he's like across the fire from her, so he doesn't know why she just like fell over dead.
Because it busted out.
Because it busted out.
Jesus.
It's escaped. It comes for him. Luckily, he like kind of hears it, and he's like, "What is that?" And he's able to get some of the firewood and light it on fire, but just the end, and he like burns it. So he kills it.
So it doesn't like fire.
So it doesn't like fire. He escapes. We'll jump back to Jonesy can't find the tape, and he finally just he's like, I can't leave Beaver. So he goes back just to be like, maybe we could find something else. And he finally like gets to the bathroom door. It is open. And he sees that Beaver's dead, and he sees and he like, of course, he's like so upset, and there's like this big long emotional flashback even in the book of like, because they're best friends since they were like 6, like Beaver at Jonesy's wedding, with when he got married, and when they graduated high school, and when they went on the road trip and camp and Boy Scouts, and he's like going through all this while this alien thing's attacking the door, because he's the memory person. So he can like kind of bring up these memories like pretty quickly in his head. At the same time that he's like very distracted by the little baby alien, a big alien comes.
Oh jeez.
And he kind of like starts talking telepathically with this alien.
To the alien?
To the alien. It kind of starts to get in his head, and he's like,
Does it speak English?
Yes. I mean, yeah.
I feel like that's a good question.
A human language? Yeah, he speaks a human language. So he does speak English. Mr. Gray does speak English. That's what he calls himself. Yeah.
He has a name?
Mr. Gray. Jonesy's kind of talking like telepathically with this thing, and then it possesses his body. And then at that point, Jonesy's point of view is also Mr. Gray's point of view. So they kind of go back and forth, because nobody can tell that no one was there when he was possessed. So nobody
they don't
knows.
know?
So nobody knows.
So wait, so he's possessed, so does that mean he entered him too?
Yeah.
Or just like mentally possessed him?
No, he exploded. Alien did. The alien like exploded into like dust.
And he went in him.
And he like inhaled him. But yeah, so
a lot of exploding asses.
No, not like his ass, his head. Like the alien's body.
But like, does it come out of him ever? I'm thinking ahead.
Yeah, but I won't tell you the ending. But
you'll have to when we get off here, because I will never read this. But just simply because it's too long. No offense.
Well, like I said, it took me 5 months.
Dude, so imagine how long it'd take me.
Like, I've still yet to get past chapter 5 in Insomnia. Now I might have to read it, because it's the same dang
I know, it's the same town.
The same village.
Like,
the same village.
What's wrong with this town?
I don't know. Don't go to
killer clowns?
Don't go to
And Insomnia?
Maine?
Diary, Maine. Diary, Maine.
Sarah's got the butt on the brain. Anyway, so Jonesy is possessed by an alien.
Poor guy.
And he's like, great, I got a body now that I can roam around with other people and not look weird. Because the alien's pretty logical. Like, he doesn't understand.
Sorry, was the big one like a worm too?
No.
Okay.
No, it describes him as like your normal alien description.
Like a typical alien. Okay.
Like tall, lanky, big black eyes. He's decided he wants to infect the world. So he's like trying to figure out how to do that.
Okay.
And he starts going, because Jonesy is the one with the mental storage, starts going through all of his stuff. Well, he starts to panic, and he's like, oh no. So he hides, like in his mind, he hides in his like office, where he's like, if he can't find me, then he can't take fully control of me. I can control this a little bit from where I'm at. So because he's psychically inclined in like his head, he kind of like can withhold. Yeah, he like withholds certain information. Yeah. He gets on a snowmobile and takes off, because he's like, I gotta figure out, obviously I can't take the world from this stupid cabin. So he takes off on a snowmobile. At the same time that Mr. Gray / Jonesy is on a snowmobile, Henry is walking towards the cabin and
has no idea
until, because he's sensitive. He could tell that there's something wrong. As Jonesy gets closer, he's like, "Oh, there's Jonesy with the snowmobile. Oh, awesome!" And as he gets a little closer, he's like, that's a really weird feeling. Why is he scared? Why is he panicked?" And as he gets even more, he's like, "Why? Who else am I feeling?" So he gets really wigged out.
Weird.
And he hides as Jonesy passed by on the snowmobile because he's like, I don't know what's going on in his head, but if there's more than one person, the other person's like the one that's thinking those weird thoughts. But as he passes by, it's just one person. So he's like, okay, there's two people in Jonesy's head. And at this point,
normal.
He has no idea about Alien Baby 1, Alien Baby 2, because he's been walking through the woods in the snow. Gets to the cabin, finds poor Beaver, and of course is devastated.
How do you recover?
How do you recover from the fight? So he goes, he's like, oh my gosh, I gotta go find Pete. Because he's like, oh man, I just let, like, Jones is doing whatever the heck's going on with him. Beaver's dead. Pete's got a broken leg. I gotta go get him. So he goes to leave, and the military shows up, and he gets captured. Because they know, as always, they know what's going on.
Right.
So they capture and quarantine him, because they think he's possibly got an alien inside of him. So he doesn't get back to Pete. So poor Pete, sitting by the fire, and had just killed an alien thing.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of just trying to, like, collect his thoughts when Jonesy stops.
Oh no.
And from their shared link, he's looking at Jonesy, but he hears Jonesy say, that's not me, that's not me. So he's like, I'm very confused right now. And obviously the alien can also hear this. He decides to take Pete as, like,
hostage?
As a hostage. Because he's like, well, obviously you know this guy. So he, like, takes him and his broken leg, poor dude, and sits him on the back of this snowmobile. Mr. Gray's still, like, just telling about his plan, how he's going to infect all the world, and this is gonna be their new home, and all this, and it's, like, really crazy sounding. And, you know, Pete's, like, trying to talk to Jonesy through their shared link, but also, like, trying not to give away that they're friends. He's trying to think of ways to destroy this alien without hurting his friend. Like, very conflicting.
What the heck did you do?
Like, how the heck are you supposed to do all this? I'm gonna go a little fast at this part because now we start getting into things that would kind of, like, more or less tell you, like, the whole ending of the book. So, like I said, this jumps around between past and present. In between all these, you see how they meet Duddits and how they come across him and stuff. They were going to see something. You know how, like, boys are like, they're stupid. Yeah, if you go into this abandoned house, there's such and such there.
Yeah,
so they're like walking on this road they never normally walk. They're in, like, junior high at this point. They're like 13, 14. And they're walking along this road and they're going up to this abandoned house to see something. I want to say it was a picture of a naked girl, or like a magazine. You know, boy stuff.
Boys, yeah.
As dumb as it is.
Yeah.
And as they're walking by the house that is abandoned, they hear some shouting and fighting and laughing, and they're like, oh, someone's in a fight. And so they're like, oh, let's go see. So they kind of go around the corner and they see these three boys picking on Duds, and they're trying to make him eat dog poo, which is like
such a boy bully thing, but
cruelest thing ever. And Beaver, being Beaver, just walks up and just punches one in the face.
Good, go.
So, Beaver. And then, you know, Henry and Peter are like, are you okay? And then they're like, guys, I don't think he's, like, knows where he's at. So obviously you can tell he has Down syndrome. So they're like, do you know where you live? And he kind of shakes his head yes. And so they're like, do you want us to walk with you? And he kind of shakes his head yes again. So they walk him home, and his mother explains that he's getting up into older grades and he wants to be a little bit more independent. She was letting him walk home and thought that it would be okay, that maybe he wouldn't get bullied, but she sees now that, and so the boys volunteer to walk him home every day to and from school.
That's awesome.
Because they're like, oh, the elementary school's right there next to ours. We'll just walk them back and forth home, or at least one of us. So that's kind of how they all became buddies. And the more and more they hang out with Duddits, that's the nickname they gave him. I think that's because that's how he says Douglas.
Oh, that would make sense.
Is
yeah, Duddits.
Duddits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So they just, a lot of times they just call him Duds. And so the more and more they hang out with him, he kind of like psychically gives them their individual little powers. And like when it happens, they're kind of just like, that's weird. And then they're like, I heard that in your head. Of course, would really trip my mind if my best friend could read my mind sometimes. Uh, like I got friends that I'd be okay to let inside there, and then I got some friends that I'd be like, they probably wouldn't be my friends because they'd be like, girl, you're weird. Um, depends on which friend you are. So that's kind of how they all got their little powers and stuff. Of course, so, like I said, that goes in more detail. And then it flips back over. We catch up with Mr. Gray. He now has like a plan because Pete keeps telling him there's no way that he's gonna be able to affect the whole entire world. And of course, he's like trying to just put as much doubt as he can in this dude.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I don't know if I can make an alien doubt himself, but I'm gonna try.
Alright.
Mr. Gray gets really upset with him and kills him. I was very sad.
So at this point, the only one living is
Technically Jonesy and Henry. So,
oh yeah, Jonesy too.
yeah, technically Jonesy, but he's like,
he's body sharing.
Yeah, he's body sharing.
Henry. Okay, yeah.
And Henry's still
hidden.
He's with
Oh, okay.
I know, that's why
I need like pictures.
But Henry's still with the military. He kind of becomes like friends with one of the military officers because the super high ranking guy has been chasing aliens for so long for the government. He's off his freaking rocker. So he's like, okay, that dude's mind is messed up. So let me go to this one because he seems stable. He is. And Henry kind of talks back and forth to him telepathically and kind of just explains to him what's going on. And he's kind of just like, yeah, this all happened, but he's like, I don't know why, but I feel like I need to go get Duds. So he's like, I need to go get my friend Douglas, whatever. I can't remember his last name right now. He's like, I need to go get Douglas, but I need you to break me out of here because there's nothing wrong with me. He listens just out of pure instincts. He's like, my higher up, starts to see that his higher up is truly crazy. He's like, okay, dude wants to go and just start bombing towns. so we need to just, bye. We don't need that.
Time for retirement.
So he's like, he's been doing this too long. So he believes Henry, and so him and Henry take off and go get Duds. Duds.
Oh no.
So Duds, of course, is older, still lives with Mama. Duds has leukemia. It is the saddest thing ever. His mother kind of knows that he's super, super special. And so, like, is very, like, even in the movie, it was, like, very emotional when she said goodbye to him. She's like, if you take him away from here, Henry, he's not coming back. And he's like, I know. He's like, and I wouldn't ask him if this wasn't, like, my last resort. But he's like, we're messing with something that's... And she's like, I know. He's explained it to me several times. And so, it was really emotional. It's sad. So Henry gets Duds and some of his medications and stuff, because, you know, with cancer treatment, you've got all this medication, and Duds is a full trooper. He's like, we're good, let's go. Bye, Mom, love ya. We got things to do. We got the world to save. He goes, and Henry, he's like so torn about it, because he's like, how can I ask the nicest person ever to just, like, pretty much sacrifice himself? Because he has cancer, but he's the only psychically strong person to get Mr. Gray out of Jonesy. And so he's like, this is so sad, I feel like a horrible person. But Duds is like,
Duds sounds like he knew it was coming.
Yeah, Duds is like, because he has future insight. So he's like, this is what I was supposed to do, let's go. And so he knows exactly where everything's going to happen. They get there. Of course, there's a big alien versus psychic power battle. I'm not gonna tell them how it ends. Some people die, some people live. Some people die, some people live.
Some may die, some may live.
Some of you I'm willing to sacrifice.
What is that?
That is Shrek.
Shrek, yes. Some of you I'm willing to sacrifice.
Yeah, what is it?
Lord Farquaad.
Some of you are going to die, and that is a sacrifice
I am
willing to take.
That's it. I do. Okay, sorry.
That's kind of how I feel anytime I say, like, some people die, some people live.
That's exactly what it reminded me of just then.
So, Comes down to psychic power versus alien. Alien had a plan. It was a pretty good plan. He had planned on like putting his like I don't know egg sacs in the water system and have people drink them. Bottled water. Anytime you go to a cabin now, just buy bottled water.
Well, he's putting it in the system. It doesn't even have to be a cabin.
I don't even care. Like, don't drink it. Don't drink the water.
I know. I'm saying, like, not just in cabins.
Well, mostly up there was cabins.
Okay.
But yeah, his idea was to go to water system, water system, water system, and just like branch out. Ew. Makes me question the
That would be a great plan.
great plan. Great plan.
Unless, like, the treatment killed his sack. But apparently, I mean, surely he thought about that, right? I mean, there's
I don't
supposed to be
know,
intelligent beings.
Because Jonesy's still in the mine in the vault going, don't get in here.
So maybe that part's in the vault.
Maybe.
Maybe he should let him put him in the water.
So, I don't want to give you guys, like, the full ending away. And I don't want to make it, like, too much. I want you to go read it. Go read it. It's good. I know it's big. Don't look at it.
Maybe do an audio. Does he do audios?
So he does do audios. Like, you ready?
Oh, no.
22 hours and 47 minutes. I mean...
half my work week.
Oh, it is, isn't it? So, I mean, I guess you could do an audio. I guess you can.
I guess you're doing an audio.
If you want to. I didn't. I probably would now as an adult. I thought about doing Insomnia as an adult. I can't do the voice actor for a lot of Stephen King's books. Are so dry. I
don't like a dry one.
I can't do it.
No, I need you to make it really interesting.
Maybe I could read it to you.
There's an idea.
Let me record it and be like, oh, that's not how you pronounce that. Sorry. Let me redo it. No. So, but it is a really good book. I think out of some of his books that I've read, it's one of my favorites. It's
so
probably
who's the Dreamcatcher?
Duds.
Duds.
Because he connects, so he's like the thing that...
He's the connector.
He's
of
like,
them.
yeah,
Okay.
connector of them, and he filters out the evil.
Okay.
So, Duds is the dream catcher. There's no actual dream... In the movie, they put up a real dream catcher, and they call it Duds. But there's no...
Is the deer significant on the front, or is it just because they're in the woods?
They're in the woods, and all the animals are, like, running away from a certain part, and that's where Beaver runs into... Sorry, that sounds really weird. That's where Beaver runs into the hunter.
The man beaver. Not the
person.
Not the animal beaver.
So, yeah, he was just like... He's like, what's wrong with all the animals? Because I see him, like...
Man, when I see all the animals leaving, I am not going to be running that way.
Yeah, right?
I'm going to be following the animals.
Always follow. Listen, I get really freaked out now when people are like, "There's no birds here," and I'm like,
"No, when there's no birds,
why?
No, the birds know, man. Birds know. I don't.
The birds are spies for the government.
They removed the drone.
What was it?
There are people that think birds are spies for government, though.
FDR replaced all the birds with spies. They're all little mechanical birds, and they're watching us. How they know everything. That's what that guy's rants about. It's hilarious. I think it's FDR.
I don't know, but I know there are people that, but like, seriously, they do know shit. Not like government shit. Instinctively, they know when the hell to get out of Dodge. And I follow the birds.
Follow the birds. What's that one movie where they can't... Isn't that something about birds?
Bird Box?
Is that it?
Can't, did you close your eyes because they can't look?
Yeah, they can't look at them.
Bird Box.
Is that actually really scary? Listen,
no.
I don't...
Have you not watched that?
No.
You need to watch that
Listen, I don't like scary movies where things jump out and go like,
I don't remember anything jumping out at me. Only thing I remember is my children would die because they don't listen to me well enough. Like how Sandra Bullock gets her kids to go outside and cover their eyes like they're supposed to.
Oh yeah, Ray would be like, what?
Like, how do you get them to freaking listen to that? And what's that one where they're not allowed to make noises?
Quiet Place.
Quiet Place. My children would also die. Honestly, let's be real, I would die. I don't do quiet.
I could do quiet, but not like in a form of speaking. I could do quiet.
I would trip and giggle.
I was going to say, with you, I would die. Because you would trip, and I would also laugh. So, but if we're...
When I get nervous, I giggle too.
But like, if something was like, I don't know how you wouldn't be able to go like if something was like in your face and you're trying not to make a sound, like.
And also, I would like to have a little girl with me that has hearing aids because she can tell when they're near because of her. Did you see that movie?
No.
Have you not seen Quiet
No,
Place either?
because they jump out and scare the
Stephanie!
bejesus out of you.
The little daughter has a hearing aid. She's hard of hearing, so she's got a hearing aid, and she can tell when they're near.
How?
Cause I think if I remember right, it's been a long time. Don't come at me in the comments. Like anybody comes at us as a just comment. It like does like a frequency like thing. She knows it's near.
Sorry, you just like stopped. It was like,
I think so. I think they're near.
I think
Maybe
they're near.
No, there's something about her hearing aid that might not be right. Maybe it starts freaking out, and that's a bad thing because then there's noise.
Okay, I know what you're saying.
But
yeah.
I still want her near because then you know they're near. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Bird Box and that other one where they go to a cabin and the electric cars and stuff start.
Oh,
You told me to watch that one. You've watched that one.
it's not the cabin. They go to like a vacation home on the coast.
That's right. It wasn't a cabin.
And
And it, like everything goes down. Everything. That was everything
shutting down now. Have you watched what to say it's called? Is it Us or is it Them? It's one of those. Hold on. The other day, and it freaked me out.
Us or Them. I think that one looks scary. I don't think I've watched that.
It was
one.
not scary. It was more bloody than
If
anything.
it's the one I'm thinking of, I think it looks weird.
Is it the family? Okay, it must be Us. Us. Yeah, it's called Us.
What is it on?
Talk about this one?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
no. That woman's got two faces.
Okay, that's because the whole idea of the thing is that the government has people in tunnels underneath America,
I mean,
and
probably.
they're controlling us, or they're seeing how they would interact, so they're seeing how we're interacting. And then a lot of them escape, and they're taking over the people on the surface. What? And then there's like a thing about the main character. She may or may not be one of them originally. So
No.
it wasn't scary. Like nothing jumped out and got you, but it was definitely one of those that like when the boy was hiding in the closet and the person was standing on the other side of the door, I was like, don't open the door, don't open the door. It was very visually gory. So yeah, like when they take the scissors and they start stabbing someone to death.
The end of the world.
Leave the world behind.
That one's it. Yes.
Leave the world behind. Yeah, it's where it's like the concept of,
That one was wild.
I guess like an EMP.
I don't know, but like the electric cars live rent free in my head, like just smashing into each other, because they like start taking over them.
Yeah.
It can just like, I don't know, some reason that really wigs me out. Like
Electric cars, like you looked at me, you looked terrified. I'm like,
like they were going like 1,000 miles an hour on the highway, and you couldn't get out of their way, and like they wouldn't stop, and they're just like.
I'm sorry. It's not funny. That is a really scary thing to think about. But the way you were just like,
I don't know. Or when the ship comes, first of all, where they're on the beach in that cargo ship or whatever, just like loses GPS signal and come up on the shore. Why are you still sitting there watching it come up on the shore?
Why I never understood when the girl's like,
when I see it getting a little close, I'd be like, that boat is really
I love
close.
it when the girl's like, Dad, the boat's close. Like, why is nobody listening to this little girl?
Right?
I have no idea. Where she's just like, hey, Dad. Like, when it's like really far away from the shore, she's just like, hey, Dad, that boat's pointing towards us. And he's like, oh, they're probably porting it somewhere.
It's turning.
It's
whatever.
fine.
Okay,
And then when she's
typical
like,
parrot response. I would have done that too. But.
And then when she like sits up and she's like, Dad, the boat's closer. And he's like, sit up. And he's like, and then the mom's like, get up. Get up. Get up.
Yeah, why are we just gonna watch it?
Anytime there's like an end of the world moment, I'm like, and this would be the part where Stephanie would die.
I know.
Me and
You
Mom.
know, I saw something that. Oh, go.
Me and Mom watched what is it, Nation Z with Brad Pitt in it. We watched that on vacation.
I've never seen that one.
It's honestly not that scary. It's more creepy than anything.
Is that aliens?
No, that one's zombies.
Zombies. I don't think I'd make it.
No, we wouldn't make it. No hope. Just to let you know.
Well, what is the point of trying to make it?
I don't know, because
Is what I want to know. All these movies, they're like, we must survive. What are you surviving for, sir?
At that moment, you're just surviving so you don't die. It's not necessarily like a goal. It's just so much as just like a
don't die.
A pulse of just I don't want to die.
I mean, I don't want to die either,
See,
but
like, his goal was, he was just trying to protect his kids so that way they have some place to live when they get older. But it's a really good movie. It's not
I've not been watching that
super
kind of stuff.
scary.
Like,
Well, we hope you enjoyed this episode in our little movie rant. Hope you liked this Summerween event thing. If not, I'm sorry. Back to your regular programming. So, maybe we'll do more events like this later on in the year. Obviously, maybe around Halloween. Maybe Christmas time. Yeah, no, I thought about doing a big Christmas thing.
I didn't even think about it.
Any other events? I don't have. I don't have anything in my head. I don't have anything in my head.
Anything in my head.
Nothing's in there.
Alien wouldn't like you.
No, he probably would.
Oh.
Because he'd be like, oh, full control, awesome. um, uh, but we hope you enjoyed this book, this episode, this event, and this is the last of our summer wing. But we hope you enjoyed it. You have an awesome Tuesday and an awesome week, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.